All right, let's dive into the incredible architecture of your mind. We're going to unpack the massive field of cognitive science, but we're going to focus on three huge ideas that are the absolute foundation for everything else. Ready? Let's do this. Seriously, just take a second and think about your day so far. You've probably recognized faces, you'd understood what I'm saying right now, maybe you drove a car through traffic, and it all felt pretty automatic, right? But how? How in the world does your brain do all that? That's the mystery we're cracking open today. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at the mind's blueprint. Then, we'll get into how the brain is actually an architect. After that, we'll see what a little thing called AI can tell us about ourselves, and we'll wrap it all up with the key takeaways. Okay, first up, the mind's blueprint. Our first big idea is that figuring out the mind isn't a solo mission. Nope. It's a team sport, and you need a whole roster of different experts. And that team has a name: cognitive science. Think of it less like a single subject and more like a massive summit. You've got psychologists looking at our behavior, neuroscientists mapping the brain's physical wiring, computer scientists building models, and that's just scratching the surface. They're all in one room trying to solve the same giant puzzle. And here's the thing, this collaboration isn't just some nice to have, it's absolutely essential. The mind is it's too big, too intricate for any one perspective to see the whole picture. Each field is holding a different, crucial piece of that puzzle. A really great way to think about this is to imagine trying to understand a huge, bustling city. An architect can tell you all about the roads and the buildings, but they can't explain the social scene. A sociologist can map out the communities, but they don't know the economic engine. To really, truly get the city, you need all of them at the table. Well, the mind, it's exactly the same deal. And you see this in action literally every day. Just think about your favorite app on your phone. The reason it feels so easy to use, so intuitive, it's because it's a product of this teamwork. It needed psychologists who get user behavior, computer scientists to write the code, and yeah, even neuroscientists who understand what grabs and holds our attention. Okay, let's move on to our second big idea. And I'll warn you, this one is a real mind bender. It kind of changes everything. Here it is. Your mind doesn't just see reality, it actively builds it every single moment of your life. Our gut feeling is usually that our eyes and ears are like little cameras, just passively recording whatever is happening around us. But the scientific reality is way more interesting than that. Your brain is actually an active constructor, constantly making predictions and interpreting the information it receives. This process is called active construction. Basically, your brain takes in all this fuzzy, incomplete data from your senses, and then it uses all your past experiences and expectations to fill in the gaps and make its best possible guess about what's actually out there. So what you perceive isn't raw data, it's the final result of that guess. And I guarantee you've experienced this yourself. We all have. Remember when the entire internet just absolutely melted down over whether the dress was blue and black or white and gold? Or that crazy audio clip, were you on Team Yanni or Team Laurel? That wasn't just some weird internet quirk. That was a perfect global demonstration of active construction. In both cases, the sensory data itself was ambiguous, so your brain just made a call. It made an assumption, maybe about the lighting in the room for the dress, and it constructed a reality based on that assumption. This is exactly why two eyewitnesses can see the exact same event and give completely different but totally honest descriptions. Their brains just made a different best guess. Okay, this brings us to our third and final big idea. We can learn an incredible amount about our own minds by looking in a pretty surprising place: the mirror of artificial intelligence. The relationship between studying human minds and building artificial ones is this fascinating two-way street. Our understanding of the brain inspires new ways to design AI. And then, in the other direction, trying to build an artificial mind becomes the ultimate test for our theories. If a theory about how we think can actually be used to make a working AI system, well, that tells us we're probably on the right track. And looking at both together really highlights what makes each one so unique. Modern AI is unbelievable at spotting patterns in gigantic piles of data. We humans, on the other hand, we're amazing at causal reasoning, at understanding why something happened and using what we know in totally new situations. The limitations of one really do shine a light on the strengths of the other.
For a perfect example, just go talk to any of the advanced chatbots out there. They can write a poem or a piece of code, no problem. But they often get stuck on the most basic common sense ideas. Those failures aren't just technical glitches, they're signposts. They point directly to the flexible, contextual intelligence that makes us human, the very thing cognitive sciences is trying to fully understand.
Okay, so we have covered a lot of ground. Let's boil it all down to the most important things to remember about the amazing architecture of your mind. First, remember that studying the mind is a team sport. It takes a whole squad of different experts working together. Second, and this is so important, your brain is not a passive camera. It's an active architect that literally constructs your reality. Third, AI is like a mirror that helps us understand our own intelligence better. And finally, this isn't just theory. It has real-world applications in the tech we use, the way we learn, and even in mental health.
So we'll end on this one thought. If it's true that your brain is the architect of your own reality, then the question isn't just how it works. The real question is, what will you choose to build with it? Thanks for tuning in.